Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. And today we are talking about all of the new items that I picked up on Blu-ray and 4K in the month of April. At the beginning of the month, I didn't think I'd have enough new items to share with you in just 1 month's haul. I thought I might have to combine it with May, but nope, Amazon had a bunch of sales and just some other various places had a bunch of sales. So of course, I managed to get enough for a haul. We have a baker's dozen today to get through, so let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right into my new Blu-ray and 4K haul for the month of April. So I think I'll start off today's video with a steelbook, and then I'll end with the steelbooks. First up, we'll do the Blu-ray steelbook I picked up. This is One Cut of the Dead. So this is a movie that I've heard excellent things about over the years, and I never had it in my collection. I've never seen it before, but it dropped down to like $13. This may have been in March, and I ordered it then and had just been waiting for the longest time for this to come in. Well, it finally arrived at my doorstep yesterday, so have not had a chance to watch it or even open it up yet, but I definitely will eventually here. It looks like a ton of fun. It is just a zombie movie, and I think the whole point or the whole gimmick is that it's done in one cut. So very intrigued. I love long shots. We'll see if this one holds my attention. Looks like a lot of fun. This is One Cut of the Dead on the Blu-ray Steelbook. Next up is a TV series I grabbed, and one that I've not actually seen any of the episodes of, but it went down to a really good price. Star Wars Lower Decks, the complete series. This is one I talked about in my anticipated releases video, so you knew it was going to be here. At least you probably could have anticipated that. And it was just a really good timing for this one. Went down to like $40, and it was right after I watched Star Trek The Motion Picture, so I was just all into that right then. So I decided to pick this one up. Like I said, cannot wait to check this out. Looks like a ton of fun, and I've heard that this is a really good starting point, even if you're not super familiar with this franchise. So looking forward to checking this out. This is Star Trek Lower Decks, the complete series. So about the next 4 are just completely random ones, not new releases, but they dropped down in price, so I picked them up. And this next one here is just a favorite of mine. I love this movie. Best in Show, and this is a DVD upgrade for me. My buddy turned me onto this movie back when we were in high school, and I have loved it ever since. Now, it has been a little while since I've seen this one, but so happy to finally have this on Blu-ray. I had this in my list for a long time, but it was upwards of $20+ and so I didn't pick it up. I didn't upgrade, but it dropped down, frankly, I don't remember where it was, maybe $12, somewhere around there. So that was the right price for me to pull the trigger on this one and add it to the collection on Blu-ray. This is a mockumentary about a dog show, and it is hysterical. Yeah, like it says on here, from the director of Waiting for Guffman. A Mighty Wind was another one that he did. So if you've seen those, you'll probably like this. Something like This is Spinal Tap. It's that same group of people, Christopher Guest and his crew. So it's just wonderful. Cannot recommend it enough. This is Best in Show, and it is hilarious. From comedy to a couple of horror movies, here's a movie that is directed by Paul Verhoeven, and I've wanted to see it for a while now, but it finally dropped down in price on Blu-ray, Benardetta. So I don't know too terribly much about it, but it looks just very interesting to me. One, the director got me intrigued, and I think it is going to be like more, what do I want to say, more adult in themes, I guess I'll say. But it is based on a true story about a 17th century nun who becomes entangled in a forbidden lesbian affair. So we'll see. Hopefully it is enjoyable. Great director. So very intrigued to check this out. This is Benardetta. Here is another DVD upgrade, and this one actually is released by Synapse Films. This is Prom Night. So I picked this one up not that long ago on DVD, along with, I think it was April Fool's Day, if I'm not mistaken, but I recently upgraded April Fool's Day to 4K, and now I have this one on Blu-ray, so I can get rid of that DVD. But yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis in this slasher film from the 80s, and I think this one is done so well. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. The first time I watched this was like the absolute worst transfer on a DVD I've ever seen. It was so hard to even see what was going on, but now that I've upgraded, actually, I've seen it again since then on like a normal DVD release of it and it looked fine, but cannot wait to see how this Blu-ray looks. Very happy to add this from Synapse, Prom Night. Sticking with the boutique label here, this is from Arrow Video, and it is available on 4K, but the Blu-ray dropped down to like $10 or something ridiculous over the last few weeks here. So I do already own this on Blu-ray, so technically this is what I consider a double dip, but it's still an upgrade in some ways because it's a boutique release versus the standard steelbook I have. But anyway, this is An American Werewolf in London. Such a great movie, one of the best, werewolf transformations ever, but such a fun film. And the reason I wanted to upgrade, or not upgrade, I wanted to double dip on this is just because it has a feature-length documentary on here that my other release doesn't. I think it's actually new for this release. So cool to have that as well now. And again, for $10, I mean, that's worth it by itself, but you can get this on 4K. That one didn't drop as low though, so I stuck with the Blu-ray on this. But this is An American Werewolf in London from Arrow. Moving over to the 4K side now, and I'll stick with boutique labels, specifically Arrow Video. You guys may have seen a video I did a number of weeks ago, and I felt like such an idiot after that video because there were two items that I ordered from Orbit that I thought were 4K releases. Turns out neither of them were. Well, I was able to return those, and one of the two I was able to repurchase in 4K like I initially intended, The Silence of the Lambs. So this is a fantastic movie, obviously. I don't need to tell anybody that. Everybody knows this is a great film, but one that I owned on Blu-ray only, so I wanted to upgrade to 4K. Now, I won't be getting rid of my Blu-ray because it's part of my Criterion collection, but I've heard that this is just an excellent release from the transfer itself to the special features, so had to have it in the collection, and very happy now that it is finally the actual one I wanted in 4K and not Blu-ray, and this is a Region B release. I didn't mention that, so just keep that in mind. The 4K disc, of course, will be region free though, so yeah, happy to have this one, The Silence of the Lambs from Arrow Video. So I almost totally forgot to share this one with you guys, but it is a 4K release and it is from Arrow Video. But fortunately, it was sitting over here on the table anyway because I plan to do a shelf space episode on it in the coming days here. But anyway, this is Deep Blue Sea from Arrow. And yes, I have watched this one and it's awesome. I'll talk about it more in an upcoming shelf space episode though, but I mean, at the end of the day, is it worth it? Yeah, absolutely. I love this movie so much. This is Deep Blue Sea with just an awesome release from Arrow Video. And the last of the boutique label items I picked up is from Scream Factory, another kind of random one that just dropped down in price, so I picked it up. This is The Exorcist 3. So I've never seen this movie before, but I've heard amazing things about it. Now, to be fair, I've never watched any of the Exorcist sequels, so I do have to watch number 2 first, but either way, I'm going to get to this one eventually, and so very happy to have this in the collection. Some people, this might be sacrilege, but from what I've heard, some people actually like this one more than the original, so I'm super intrigued, and I've heard great things about this 4K release from Scream Factory, so happy to have it in the collection. This is The Exorcist 3 from Scream Factory. Moving away from the boutique side of things, I did pick up another random one that went on sale for Earth Day. This is Frozen Planet 2 from BBC, of course, narrated by David Attenborough. And you guys know what these are if you've seen any of them, part of like the Life series, the Planet Earth series, all the same idea here. It's just a nature docuseries. And it's done so well. It is absolutely stunning to watch. I did watch this entire thing already. I've watched it over the past few days here. It is beautiful. And these animals in here, man, Mother Nature is a brutal, cold-hearted beast, man. Watch like the killer whales, watching them, how they swim together to form a specific type of wave that knocks off the seal so that from its ice perch so they can kill it and eat it. There's an eagle, I think it was, that grabs it looked like a mountain goat. I forget what it was actually called, but they grab like a baby mountain goat-like thing, and if they're ramming into it doesn't kill it, then they take it over like a cliff and they drop it down so that the fall will kill it, and then they take it back and feed it to its young. It is brutal, but man, it is so fascinating to watch. So highly recommend this if you haven't seen it. A really great docuseries that looks just stunning in 4K. And the sound on this, they have an Atmos track in here also, just excellent. The LFE is great at moments. So highly recommend this. This is Frozen Planet 2. Here's another one that hit at the perfect time because I just got done watching some Star Trek. This is Star Trek The Next Generation 4-picture collection, and this is the 4K upgrade of this. So I do have it behind me. I guess it's out of frame right now, but I do have this on Blu-ray already, but I wanted to upgrade since I enjoyed the first one so much on 4K. I thought I'd like to have them all in 4K. But yeah, happy to have these. Haven't watched them yet, of course, but I will eventually here. This is Star Trek: The Next Generation, upgraded to 4K. All right, so I have a few steelbooks to wrap things up here, and this one is another one that went on sale, and I've been wanting to get it for a while now because it is Shaun of the Dead, which is just a favorite zombie movie of mine, but I do have this on 4K already, but my release doesn't have Dolby Vision in the color grading. It just has HDR10, so this is an upgrade there, and I don't know if this is a Dolby, this has Dolby Atmos as well. That might be an upgrade too, I just don't remember, but yeah, either way, happy to have this in the collection. It is a beautiful steelbook. I've not opened it all the way up yet, but I'm sure you've seen this one in the past, so can't wait to dive into this one. This is Shaun of the Dead. And we'll wrap things up with a couple of new releases. First up, I talked about it in my anticipated releases video, Sonic 3. This thing is a beautiful looking steelbook, again, but one that I have not watched yet, so I definitely have to correct that soon here. So loved number 1 and number 2. I think they are so great, so I have high hopes for number 3, and I've heard really good things about it as well. From what I hear, if you like the first 2, you'll probably enjoy this one, so looking forward to checking this out. I did go with this is the steelbook that was non-store exclusive, so you can get this anywhere. There is an Amazon exclusive steelbook that has Knuckles on the cover, but I liked this one a little bit more, and it was a little cheaper, which frankly is always my deciding factor, so I decided to go this route. This is Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And then last but not least is one that just arrived at my doorstep yesterday from when I'm filming this. This is Pale Rider. Another one I talked about in my anticipated releases video. The steelbook looks great, so that was the main reason I wanted this. There were, I think, three or four that came out. Another one was Dirty Harry, for example, and The Outlaw Josie Wales. I think those were the 3 that came out in steelbook form. And though I thought they all looked great, I wanted one of them, and this one dropped down to 25 bucks before I ended up, or before it came out. So of course you get the lowest price guarantee through Amazon. So I ended up getting this one for $24.99, which was a really good deal. The other 2 I think were like 35 bucks if I'm not mistaken. Frankly, out of Pale Rider and Outlaw Josie Wales, I'm more interested to check out Outlaw Josie Wales, but again, this one dropped a little bit lower, so I wanted one of them, and this was the one I decided to go with. So excited to check it out. I've heard really great things about this movie, and it's Clint Eastwood. He's just always great. So happy to have this in the collection. The last one for today, we have Pale Rider. All right, so it ended up being 14 because I forgot about Deep Blue Sea, but either way, happy to add all of these to the collection, and I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments below. For my money, I thought this was going to be a slower month, but it ended up being a really good month thanks to some random sales that were going on, and I'm actually at the end of the month now when I'm filming this, but you'll see it at the beginning of May, and there are some other sales happening right now that I've taken advantage of, probably a little too hard, but I avoided the Kino sale, and so I thought, you know what, I'll go for this sale instead. But anyway, I want to hear from you guys down in the comments below. What did you grab? Let me know down there, and thank you guys for making it all the way to the end here. That really does help me out. Before I let you go though, I'll just encourage you all to consume some media today. Thanks again for watching, and I will catch you all next time.